Hello, students. How are you? I'm fine by the grace of Allah. In the previous class, we discussed on changing voice from active voice into passive voice. Today, we shall discuss on changing sentence from passive voice into active voice. At first, you should know about active verb and passive verb. We have already discussed active verb and passive verb. Passive verb. Now, look at the blackboard. Look at the whiteboard and see passive verb and active verb. Passive verb and active verb. Am is are plus verb past participle. Verb present form. Was or were. Verb past participle will be verb past form. Been plus verb past participle. Verb past participle. Being plus verb past participle. Verb plus ing. Modal plus be plus verb past participle. Modal plus verb base form. See again. In passive verb, there are to be verbs and past participle of verb. And active verb, there are 5 forms of verb, main verb. When to be verb is am, is or are, then active verb will be present form. For was were, main verb past form. Been, past participle. Being, being, verb plus ing. Modal plus be plus verb past participle will be modal plus verb base form. You should remember that in active verb we will follow the to be verb of passive. Then you will follow the 5 rules of active verb. You have already written active verb and passive verb in the previous class, so I can fill it. Number 1. To be and by. Should be omitted. Number 2, object after by. Object after by will be subject. Number 3, no. Object after by will be subject. If there is no by plus object, if there is no by plus object, you should use appropriate subject. You may use people, we, they, someone, etc. Rule number 2, object after by will be subject. If there is no by plus object, you should use appropriate subject. You may use people, we, they, someone, etc. as subject. Number 3, rule 3, given auxiliary will shift. Number 4, main verb. Main verb will be changed. Main verb will be changed. According to verb to be. Main verb will be changed according to verb to be. To be, which is omitted. Then number 5, I have to clean the rule 1. Now rule 5. Subject will sit. as object. Then other words will sit. These are the 5 points to make active voice. Number 1, verb to be and by shall be omitted. There will be no to be verb and by in active voice. Number 2, object after by will be subject. If there is no by plus object, you should use appropriate subject. You may use people, we, they, someone, etc. as subject. Then given auxiliary verb, we'll see. After omitting to be verb, there may be auxiliary verb, and this given auxiliary will sit. Number 4, main verb will be changed according to verb to be, which is omitted. And number 5, subject will sit as object. After main verb, the subject will sit as object. And then other words will sit. See the rules again. Number 1, verb to be and by must be omitted or vanished. Number 2, object after by will be subject. If there is no by plus object, you should use an appropriate subject. Number 3, given auxiliary verb will sit. Then main verb will sit, and main verb will be changed according to verb to be, which is omitted. And number 5, subject will sit as object, and then other words will sit. Now I shall fill the blackboard, whiteboard, not blackboard. Passive. For example, rice is being eaten by him. Rice is being eaten by him. It is passive voice. This sentence is in passive form. Now we'll change the sentence into active. We should follow the 5 rules of active construction. At first, the first rule, verb to be and by will be omitted. To be before the main verb. This is to be verb. To be and by will be omitted. There will be no to be verb or by in active voice. So, to be and by is omitted. Rule 2. Object after by will be subject. Object after by, him. Then him will be subject. Him. Him will be subject as he. He is the subject of him. So, he, then given auxiliary verb. Rule 3. Given auxiliary verb will sit. Then main verb. Main verb will be changed according to verb to be, which is omitted. Being. Being, B-E-I-N-G, being. So, main verb will be verb plus ing, eating. Then subject will sit as object, rice. Can you understand? Try to see the rules again. Rice is being eaten by him. The first rule, number 1, to be and by will be omitted from the sentence. Then number 2, object after by will be subject. Him will be he as subject. Then given auxiliary verb will sit. Number 3 rule, given auxiliary verb is will sit. Is. Then main verb. Rule 4, main verb will be changed according to verb to be. So, it is being. According to being, the main verb will be verb plus ing, eating. Then subject will sit as object. You should follow the 5 rules of active voice, one after another. At first, to be and by will be omitted. Then object after by will be subject. Then auxiliary verb will sit. Then main verb will be changed according to the to be verb. Here being, so we use eating. After the main verb, subject will sit as object. Another example. Active and passive. English is used. All over the world. English is used all over the world. This sentence is in passive construction. Now we will change the sentence into active form. At first, we should omit to be and by before main verb. This is to be verb. And by, there is no by. To be before the main verb. Before the main verb, it is to be verb. used main verb, so is to be verb, and to be must be omitted from the sentence. And this is the first work to make active voice. To be and by must be omitted. So is omitted. Then rule 2. Object after by will be subject. If there is no by plus object, you should use an appropriate subject. Here we can use appropriate subject, people. People. As there is no by plus object, we should use an appropriate subject for the verb. And we can use people, may, people, we, they, someone, he, she, I, you, etc. as subject where there is no by plus object in passive form. We can use people as subject. Then given the auxiliary verb. After omitting to be verb, there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. So we cannot use the given auxiliary verb. There is no given auxiliary verb. Is has been omitted as to be verb. So there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. Then number 4, main verb will be changed according to verb to be. Main verb will be changed according to verb to be. This is present form of verb to be. So the main verb will be in a present form. Use. As to be is present form, main verb will be present form. Then number 5, subject will be seated as object. Subject will sit as object. After the main verb, we should use object which was subject in the active voice, English. People use English. Then other words will sit. All over the world. Other words will sit at last. Try to understand the sentence again. English is used all over the world. This sentence is in passive form. We will change the sentence into active form. At first, we shall omit to be and by from the sentence. To be and by must be omitted. To be, which is before the main verb. It is to be verb. In passive voice, there must be a to be verb, and it is used before the main verb. This to be is omitted. It will be omitted. There will be no to be verb in active voice. Number 2, object after by will be subject. As there is no by plus object, we shall use an appropriate subject. People. As there is no by plus object, we shall use people as subject. Then given auxiliary verb. There is no given auxiliary verb in this sentence. So we shall not use auxiliary verb. Number 4, main verb will be changed according to verb to be. To be, this is present form. Then main verb will be present form. Use. Use is the present form of used. After the main verb, we shall use the subject as object. English. English is subject, and in active form it will be object after the main verb. Then we shall use the other words one after another. This is the rules of active construction. Now I shall write another sentence. Rice has been eaten by him. According to the rules, number 1, we shall omit to be and by. To be before the main verb, that is to be verb. This to be and by will be omitted, will be vanished from the sentence. Number 2, object after by. Him will be subject, he. Then given auxiliary verb. After vanishing to be verb, there is an auxiliary verb in this sentence, and this auxiliary verb, this given auxiliary, will sit. It may be changed if the subject and object are in different number or person. Has maybe have, as is maybe are maybe is. If the subject and object are in different forms. Here given auxiliary verb has will sit. Then main verb. Main verb will be changed according to verb to be. Being. Being is past participle. So the main verb will be past participle. He has eaten. After the main verb, we shall use the subject as object. Rice. Rice is subject and it is object in active verb. Rice has been eaten by him. He has eaten rice. Another example. Rice must be eaten. Rice must be eaten by him. When we change the sentence into active verb, at first we will omit to be. Here be is to be and by will be omitted from the sentence. To be and by will be vanished from the sentence. Then object after by will be subject. Him will be he. Then given auxiliary verb must, and it is a model auxiliary verb. Must be eaten. Be is base form. It main verb will be base form, as must is a modal auxiliary verb. Must be eaten, must eat. Then main verb, then subject. Subject will be object after this verb. He must eat rice. Rice must be eaten by him. He must eat rice. Can you understand? Then another example. Rice was eaten by him. Rice was eaten by him. At first we will omit to be and by. Here was is to be verb. Before the main verb there must be to be verb in passive form, and this to be will be vanished from the sentence. At first was and by will be omitted from the sentence. Then after by, him will be subject, he, and after vanishing was, there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. So we cannot use any auxiliary verb, as there is no auxiliary verb after vanishing was. Was is omitted, so there is no auxiliary verb. The main verb will shift. Main verb will be changed according to be verb. Here to be verb was, and it is in past tense. So we have to use past form of eaten. Ate is the past form of eaten. He ate. As the to be is was, here the to be verb was, and it is in past form. So the main verb will be past form, ate. He ate. Then rice. Rice was eaten by him. He ate rice. We shall vanish, we shall omit was and by. Then object after by will be subject, and subject will be object, and main verb will be changed according to verb to be. As the to be in past form, the main verb will be past form. I think you can understand how to make active voice. Now try yourself. I shall give you some homework. Change into active voice. Number 1, English should be learned. Number 2, cricket is being played by him. Number 3, fertilizers are used in the field. Fertilizers are used in the field. Number 4. It was done by her. Number 5. A letter has been written by a letter has been written by her. I think you can understand the rules of making active voice. So try your best to change the sentences from passive voice into active voice. Thank you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi